What's up? What's up? What it do? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm with the homeboy, Money Brown TV, the big stepper off in the building. And when y'all come in the building, you know what to do. Just hop in the chat because this is y'all show too. Hop in the chat. Let us know you in the building. But don't forget to hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. What's going down with it, Money?
Yes, sir, man. Chilling like a villain. Ready to bless the people with this boxing knowledge, man. Hope everybody doing good. See y'all boys falling up in the chat.
Yes, sir. What's happening with it? We got Mr. Finesse in the building. Salute to you. Mr. Reyes J off in the building. Hey, you know what we're gonna have to do, Mr. Reyes J. If they make this Wilder and Fury fight, I want my $1,000 back. We gonna run it back. I'm letting you know right now. If Tyson Fury show up in the ring on October the 9th, I need that run back, bro. You know he got me for $1,000 on the second fight. Fury has cheated, but he got me for that rack.
All right, well, tell Mr. Reg J my money on Crawford then.
No, not Crawford. I'm talking about Fury and Wilder.
Nah, he just put in the chat his money on Porter.
Okay. I didn't see that. And then we got who else we got in the building? We got Phil J508. What's happening with it? Let me see who else. Brendan Jackson, what's good with you? My man, my fam, Chris Mitchell, what's good with it, fam? PLG Ski, he says, what do off early we cook? He said, what it do? Off early we cook it. Oh yeah, you know we gonna cook today. Sheena off in the building. What's going on, Queen? Robert Pitts off in the building. What's good with it? Richard Reese. T-Real 713. What's happening? Richard Reese says, I got 2,000. Oh, and Shawn Porter. Okay. Shit. Phil, yeah, man. It's a lot going on, man.
Yeah. Sheena, what's going on?
Yeah, Sheena, I should be wearing these all the time because they prescription, but I just don't never be wearing them. I don't like wearing glasses. You know, I'm not used to them, but I should have got used to them a long time ago. I paid all this money for these, man. Don't ever wear them. I gotta start wearing them. But yeah, man, it's a lot going on, Money. A lot going on in a short period of time.
Yes, sir.
So man, Ryan Clark, SUP Music off in the building. My man D-Lo 44 Boxing. Yes, sir. And y'all, like I said, y'all hit the like button as you come in the building. Hit the like button as you come in the building. Man, before Dank Father, what's happening with it? He said, man, why you use that pic of Shawn Porter laughing? Hey, that shit, I forgot I put that pic up there. That shit funny as hell, man.
Oh, let me see. I ain't even see it though.
Dude, I think you had used it one time too.
Oh, they gotta be that one.
Yeah, you did.
That like on your phone.
Hey,
y'all smash that like button as y'all come in, fam.
D-Lo said he gotta get his spectacles fixed next week. I don't know. I don't like wearing these. They real gold frames, but see the light be reflecting off of them, so it bothered me. I got to get used to it. Mr. Gumbo says I would love to get that 2,000 off of him. And Richard Reese says I'm just glad that we finally see if all this hearsay about how good Crawford is lives up to the hype. Man, I feel you. But yeah, man, before we get into the cooking, before we get to cooking up that good gumbo, man, it's a couple things I want to talk about, Money. One of the things I wanted to get and talk about, man, was Andrew Ruiz, man. Andrew Ruiz, he's still been training. He on the weights now. He looking good. But the question is, who do y'all want to see Andrew Ruiz fight next? It looks like that he's been ducking Luis Ortiz for a long time. That's the fight that I want. I want to see Andy Ruiz fight Luis Ortiz, right? But they've been talking about him and Dillian White. Who else they been talking about? Let me pull it up for y'all, cause let me pull this. Let me pull up this little article, and it's a few names out there for Andy Ruiz that he can fight, but who is he gonna fight? That's the question. Um, you know what? I don't have the article in front of me no more. But you got guys like uh, Philip Hargrove. That's a good fight. Like I said, I want to see him fight Ortiz. You got them calling out Dillian White. That's another good fight for Ortiz. Who do y'all see? Who do y'all want to see Andrew Ruiz in there in the ring with next? And I'll read the chat after. But who would you like to see him in the ring with next? Money.
Ortiz. That's the fight I've been wanting. I want Ortiz, man. I feel like everybody ducking Ortiz, but then they talk about him. Everybody can, he did see that. Man, Ortiz is ready for all them dudes. And I think he beat them all. You know what I'm saying? I think he's the most skillful. I mean, we've seen Wilder put him down, but Ortiz's skill set is real, bro. And yes, he is getting old, but you motherfuckers stalling him out. No, none of y'all boys want to get into the ring with him. You know what I mean? I feel like that'll be one hell of a fight, Andy Ruiz versus King Kong Ortiz. And looking at what damn, what's his name? They just fought Andy Ruiz. Chris Arreola. Looking at what Chris Arreola did to Andy, man. Louise is a real threat. You know what I mean? He is a real threat. And arguably the favorite going into the fight. I know Andy beat Chris Arreola and beat Anthony Joshua. But man, when we talk about the skill set, which Andy will be the favorite by a little bit, but man, I won't be surprised that'd be a 50-50, an even fight. You know what I mean? But I want to see him fight King Kong, bro. I know Dylan White. Yeah, that is a good fight. Dylan White come over trying to get his first fight in the U.S. against Andy Ruiz. But I think the matchup is King Kong, bro. And I like to see Dylan White fight King Kong. I like to see both of them cats get into the ring with King Kong Ortiz.
Yeah, man, I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. Um, and me, I favor Ortiz, man. I don't know. I favor Ortiz because of the style matchup. They both counter punchers. Um, but let's see what the chat talking about. Let's see what the chat is saying. And salute Kwame East off in the building. Make sure that y'all go sub to my man Kwame East over there at Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. Man, y'all was cooking last night, Kwame. I missed the live show. I went on there late last night and I caught the run back. I actually missed Blues show and I had to catch the run back of Blues show yesterday too. So
yeah, I didn't even get a notification for Kwame show yesterday.
I didn't get it neither. I just, I happened to see it, after way after it was already off. So I went and ran it back, man. They was on there cooking last night. The troll killer, Mr. Sheldon off in the building. Salute to you. Let me see who else we got in the building. So let's see. Chris Mitchell say, my man, he said he want to see Ortiz. Kyle Duke say he want to see Ortiz. We see KP from KC5. What's happening with it, KP? He said he want to see Ortiz. Terrell says Andy Ruiz has skills. Phil J508 said he says Ortiz KOs Ruiz. Man, it could happen. I don't know. Ruiz is tough though. You might put him down, but he gonna get back up on your ass. Christopher Russell say Ortiz is too big and powerful for Ruiz. Ruiz was gonna get knocked out by Chris Arreola. Yeah, man. Bumpy Thompson says Chris Martin. You mean not Chris Martin? You mean what's his name? Martin. Money.
Frank Martin.
Huh?
Charles Martin.
Charles Martin. Yeah, Charles Martin, not Chris. Charles Martin. No, I don't want to see him in there with Charles Martin. Robert Pitts. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I would rather see him in there with Luis Ortiz. But Charles Martin was calling him out. Charles Martin was calling out Dillian White. Robert Pitts, he said he want to see Ruiz Ortiz fight. He says he want to see Ruiz or Ortiz. He says fight Dillian Hearn Puppet White, y'all. Mark Wonderlick, what's good? TTBG TV, what's happening with it? Yeah, y'all hit the like button. Everybody in the building, hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing. 24 Ant says he think that Luis Ortiz stops Andy. I don't know. Like I said, man, Andy is a tough fighter. C Wood say Charles Martin. Let me see. So, man, I think that Luis Ortiz deserved this fight. I mean, come on, man. The whole division been ducking this man. Everybody but Deontay Wilder has ducked King Kong Ortiz his whole career. Like, the shit is ridiculous, money. It's ridiculous. This man 42 now. And a lot of people think he older than that. I'm going to take him for his word. If he say he's 42, he's 42. I'm going to take him for his word. But a lot of people will tell you that if he gets in the ring with Andy Ruiz or Dillian White or anybody else, he's going to be 42, right? But when he was fighting Deontay Wilder, they wanted to tell you that he was 53. But we know how it is. So they've been ducking this man his whole career, right? Andy Ruiz has been ducking Luis Ortiz, and that is a fact. Andy Ruiz was supposed to fight Luis Ortiz on several different occasions, and I know of one occasion that he turned the fight down and refused to fight Ortiz. So, I mean, come on. Run that man his fade. Run that man his fade. Luis Ortiz deserves a fight with Andy Ruiz. It's a great style matchup. You got two counterpunchers. You got two fast hand counterpunchers because people don't look at Luis Ortiz as having fast hands, but when he counter, like, man, he's one of the best counterpunchers in the heavyweight division to me by far because he coming fast with that shit. Andrew Ruiz, the same thing, right? But they both going to be right there. They both going to be in the pocket, and somebody might go, right? If somebody might go in this fight. I think that fight brings us fireworks, money. I think it's a hell of a fight. Man, I think that's a hell of a fight, man. Dillian White, man, yeah, whatever. But Dillian White gonna get knocked out by each one of them dudes. I think that Ortiz or Andrew Ruiz would knock out Dillian White. And I don't think a Dillian White and Andrew Ruiz fight would be as exciting and as a Andrew Ruiz and Luis Ortiz fight. I think that is a hell of a fight. Dillian White is an exciting fight, but I don't think Dillian White could last too long with neither one of them. Like, Dillian White ain't it. If you watch him fight, he's not it. Dillian White is only it when he has shit in his system. Because you can tell a big difference. You can tell, to me, and I'm not speaking for money, I'm speaking for myself. To me, Dillian White be on PEDs. Because when he's not on PEDs, his body looks totally different, and he performs in a ring totally different. So I don't know. I'm not feeling Dillian White. I never have. He don't deserve it to me. Dillian White don't deserve it. He already got knocked out. To me, when he got knocked out by old ass Povetkin, he lost everything that he deserved. He don't deserve to be put in the ring with these top dudes. Let him fight. I want to see him in the ring. Let him fight a Philip Hargrove, up and coming dude like that. Let him fight. Put Dillian White in there with Philip Hargrove. If y'all don't know who Philip Hargrove is, go check him out. But yeah, King Kong needs that fight, but I don't think that Andrew Ruiz is gonna give King Kong the opportunity. He's not gonna fight him. He's gonna duck him. And it shouldn't be allowed for the whole division to duck King Kong or Ortiz. That shit shouldn't be allowed. But they've been allowing it his whole career. And it's a shame, man. It's a shame. Terrell Cameron said King Kong wins both. I agree with you, man. Yeah, man, I agree with you, man. He said Andrew Ruiz has a bit of a glass chin, but Ortiz versus Ruiz will be a world war. D. White cannot win either. He says either Joyce, F.A. Jabba, etc. Yeah, I feel you, man. I agree with you. Robert Fish says, I don't care if Ortiz was 90. Laugh out loud. He is a serious threat to any heavyweight, and that's real talk. That's real talk, man. He could box and he could bang. Good. What else you got on that? What else you got on that money?
It's a hell of a fight, bro. I'm with you on that too, bro. The whole like when we look at these heavyweights and we look at Dilly, I mean sorry, King Kong, bro. Nobody is lining up to get into the ring with him. Like nobody ain't even mentioning his name. Like he ain't relevant or some shit. Like he been out with Wilder twice, bro. Was giving Wilder as hell in both fights for Wilder knocked him out. It just shows you the skill level of Luis Ortiz, bro. But like they act like this, like he ain't a top heavyweight. Like that name ring bells to me. His name should be at the top with the elites, and his name should be just as valid as all their names, bro. That's why you can't fuck up your opportunities, Key. When he had the opportunity to fight Anthony Joshua, I know his team is still sick, and I know he's still sick off of it. You feel me? He had the opportunity to beat Andy Ruiz. You know what I mean? And I feel like, look, I knew he was gonna get Anthony Joshua a hell of a fight. I mean,
Right.
I knew it was a possibility that he could have knocked him out, and he probably would have knocked out Anthony Joshua on that night just like Andy Ruiz did. But that's why he can't misstep opportunities. But now, though, man, somebody got to step up to the plate to fight this man, bro, because he's out there. He's a hell of a fighter. You know, they see the skill set. He's a southpaw. He's just too dangerous, bro. He's dangerous. He's that southpaw stance, bro, and it, you know, it freezes them dudes, bro. When they see that shit, like they look at him, they see his skill set. They know what he is. They know exactly what he is. That's why Eddie Hearn did his best to keep him away from Anthony Joshua. That's why Dillian White trying not to get into the ring with him. And I'm not gonna say that Andy would duck him, but I hope Andy will give him the opportunity being on the same side of the street, bro. You feel me? I don't want to see. I'm with you. Like if Andy and Dillian White happen, oh well. I ain't gonna make it like it's just a shit fight. It's a cool fight. But if you put Andy and King Kong on, bro, like you say, I think that should be fireworks, dog. I think it'd be fireworks. 'Cause Andy got the skill, he got the speed, along with King Kong. King Kong got the skill, so he ain't as fast as the other one.
You there? Let me see. I don't know where he went, but C Wood say they gonna keep ducking Ortiz until he retires. Man, that's what it looked like. Or they just gonna wait till he about 45 and then start calling him out,
My bad,
acting
King.
like they want to smoke the whole time.
Yeah, my bad. That's my little brother as well, man. But yeah, bro. Like they look at him. They don't want to give him the opportunity, bro. When he's deserving, he's very deserving, bro. He's very deserving, and we gonna give them all the credit in the world if they beat a King Kong Ortiz, bro. But they see that style, key. They see that style, bro. They understand what he is, and they don't want no parts of him, bro. He got the power. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. He got the skill. He ain't got the speed, but he got the skill set, bro. And they afraid of that, dog. They look at Luis Ortiz knowing that man is a threat. So people can keep using it, even the fans. He's 40 this, he's 40. Y'all ain't said it about Klitschko. You feel me? Y'all want to say that about Klitschko. So don't say it about Andy Ruiz because he's still just as valid as anybody at the heavyweight division, and he a bad motherfucker. So at the end of the day, bro, I want to see King Kong get his opportunity. I think he deserves his opportunity, and he's been trying to fight everybody, bro, since day one. He's been trying to fight everybody. So we'll see how the game play out, man. Hopefully, you know they give him the opportunity, and if not, bro, it's just a sad situation for Luis Ortiz. And I'm happy he got two wilder fights on their motherfucking ass. You know what I'm saying? Because he deserved them, but hopefully, man, just hopefully they give him the opportunity.
Right, right. And 817 Boxing B, what's happening with it? Crush the Legend, what's happening with it? Uh yeah, man, I don't think that he gonna get the opportunity versus Luis or I mean versus Andrew Ruiz because he gonna duck him and they gonna continue ducking him. But they need to put a stop to this. That's the problem. Boxing, they let this shit go on. They need to make one of these. They need to force one of these, but they can't. You know what I'm saying? They really can't force them. But man, it's just a shame that these dudes is all ducking Luis Ortiz. It's a shame, dog. Juan Ramos, what's happening with it? Yeah, and y'all smash the like button. We got 65 people in the building right now. Make sure that y'all smash on the like button. That's it. It don't cost you nothing. Smash the like button. Um, PLG Ski say facts. AJ had to play safe with the last old man. He says, man, he just fought. And ain't he older than Ortiz? Oh yeah, the last man that yeah. Wait, let me see. Povetkin is what, like 42? He about the same age as Ortiz. And then the dude that AJ just fought, what's his name? What's the dude name, dog?
The
The,
AJ just fought.
the dude, yeah, that sorry dude he just fought. The top ranked fighter he just fought. What's dude name?
Damn, who the fuck AJ fight last?
Um,
I forgot his last
Pulev,
fight.
Pulev.
Oh yeah, Pulev. I
Yeah,
forgot
motherfucking
Pulev.
Pulev. His sorry ass. He like 40 plus too. He 40 something. You know what I'm saying? You got motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? AJ and them, they fighting everybody my age. Like, come on, man. I am ill will in that super chat. What's happening with it? What's good with it? He said, salute ETB and money. He said, Shawn versus Bud is epic, and I can't wait to see this one. Man, who you telling? Who you telling? And salute once again. I am ill will. Y'all make sure that y'all go sub to his channel and go show him some love. Terrell Cameron says, smash, yes, y'all smash the like button. Y'all smash it. Yes, sir. Nick Silvio, what's happening with it? Salute. So, man, let's move on, man. Let's move on. So, hopefully, like I said, man, hopefully one of these top guys get in the ring with Ortiz before, you know, he get too damn old. He already 42, man. This shit ridiculous. But that's the fight I want to see. But, you know, we'll probably see Andy Ruiz and Dillian White next. That's what I'm probably looking at. That's the probably fight that, you know, because Andrew Ruiz, to me, he'll knock out Dillian White. He'll put Dillian White to sleep. Dillian White is sloppy. He fucking slew-footed. And, you know, he tripping all over himself in the ring. Like, ain't nothing good about Dillian White, but he got some power. That's it. Anyway, you know, moving on, though. Moving on. What did I tell y'all? I told y'all, right? When we came on here talking about the Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo rematch, I told y'all, I was the first one to told y'all. Actually, I told y'all that same night I did a live, and everybody was talking about wanting to see the rematch. And I said, yeah, I want to see the rematch too. I said, but you know what's going to happen? Mandatories are going to come up. I said, mandatories are going to stop this from happening immediately. I told y'all that. And so now Jermell Charlo has an immediate mandatory that he has to fight next. Let me grab my phone and I'm going to pull up the dude's name and if I can pronounce this shit. So the IBF is ordering Jermell Charlo versus Backroom. I can't say his last name. His first name is Backroom. His last name is Martaliv or something. I don't know how to say this shit. But right, so one of them Russian or whatever, one of them foreign dudes, right? The IBF is ordering a mandatory fight, right? Jermell Charlo has a mandatory. Also, Brian Castano has a mandatory. People didn't know that Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano had a mandatory already. They both had mandatories already when they made this fight. So they had to get special privileges to get the mandatory to hold off before they fought each other. So they already had mandatories. That's why when I did my live the night after the same night of the fight, when I did my live, everybody was talking about the rematch. And then when I did my live show, when Money Brown and me did the live stream on Monday, and I don't think Money was on here on Monday, but when I did the live stream on Monday, I told y'all, I said, watch, wait and see. I said, mandatories are going to come up and we're not going to be able to see this rematch immediately. I told you, I said, it might be a while before we see the rematch. So there we got it. Both Charlo and Castano got mandatories. I'm not sure who Castano's mandatory is yet, but Charlo, he got some foreign dude as his mandatory. I've never heard of him, but that's what they do. It's crazy because every time we see a big fight like this for undisputed, and then we want to see a rematch or we get close to an undisputed, it's always some fucking foreign dude that we ain't never heard of before, and all of a sudden they're mandatory. So all of the fucking top known fighters at 154 pounds, you telling me that a mandatory is a guy that we never heard of for the IBF? And we know how the IBF move. The IBF, they not finna let up off you. you either so Jermell Charlo is either gonna have to take the mandatory, or they're gonna script him for the belt, and they're letting it be known by ordering this fight. I do see. I don't even know who this guy is, but I'm pretty sure Jermell Charlo gonna go and do his thing and get the job done. And that's Brian Castano, whoever he fight, I don't know who his mandatory is. He gonna get the job done, and hopefully we can get Brian Castano and Jermell Charlo rematch. Sometime in the summer of next year, early next year. I don't know. Hopefully early next year, but we know how boxing plays out. But whatever it is, hopefully neither one of the fighters mess up the bag, and we get this rematch. But I knew it was coming. You go ahead and cook money for a minute.
Yeah, man. Things like that always happen with the IBF, and they strict on their fucking mandatory. That's why some people like the IBF, because they don't play around. They get you in position, and I'm not gonna knock it. You feel me? Yes, I do want the rematch right away for undisputed, and it's a possibility that it can still happen because we know unifications trump mandatories and things of that nature. But a little step aside money will have to be paid, and if I am the IBF mandatory, right, I will accept the money and step aside on the simple fact that if I'm not going to beat him anyway, and I still got an opportunity to fight these dudes for another world title. So we'll see how it play out. It really is really on what the fighters want to do and how the promoters want to handle this. So we know it ain't the promoters out here with the advisors. So we'll see how they work work the sanctioning bodies, see how that works because it's still the IBF still gets more money out of a Jermell Charlo and a Brian Castano rematch than they get out of Jermell Charlo versus his mandatory, whomever the guy is. So I feel like they will work out the situation. It's gonna come down to the fighters. It's gonna come down to do they really want the rematch right away or not? You know what I mean? And if they want the rematch right away, I think it's some things that can be put in play to make that happen because the sanctioning body is all about the bigger bag. You know what I mean? But then again, we never know because they didn't fucking elevate Manning to the WBA Super knowing that was a big bag coming. But, I don't know if they just want to hold their position on, being firm around the board, making it happen, or how they gonna let it play out. You feel me? But at the end of the day, we all want the rematch with the undisputed fight, and I don't want people to be because right now the notion is Jermell Charlo don't want it, this, that, and third. And Jermell Charlo already said he'll take the rematch. I mean, he already said he'll take the rematch. He put his statement out, giving Brian Castano his credit, but saying in the rematch, you go do what you got to do to come and try to get the knockout and make that judgment like he did in Tony Harrison too. So I don't want people running around making it if Charlo don't want the rematch like he, running from that thing because it's not. So at the end of the day, I want them to respect it, man. I want them to respect it, and we got to respect the IBF and they stand because it's not like they do this. They just doing this to him. The IBF always done this. They always done this. That's one thing we all know that if you in the IBF and you're the mandatory, you're going to get your opportunity. That's why Errol Spence put the IBF way. You're going to get your opportunity. That's one thing they're going to make happen. You get your shot. They're not going to let people play around with the position and things of that nature or let a certain promotion company, intervene with controlling their titles and making them move how they want to move. So at the end of the day, I can respect the situation if they got to fight their mandatories. We want undisputed next. You feel me? Like I say, if they really want it, I believe the Al Heyman can pull some strings to make it happen because the bag is bigger. But if it don't happen next, I ain't gonna be pissed off about it. I mean, I ain't gonna be too pissed off about it. I know it'll happen afterwards. I really believe that both of them get their tune up. If that's I ain't gonna say tune up. They mandatories if that's the play, and then they come right back and go at it again. You feel me? Won't be too bad, but I do want the rematch next. You know what I mean?
Right. We all want the rematch. That's what I want. I want the rematch, but I don't think it's gonna happen next because I know that Money. He talked about how a lot of people saying that Jermell don't want to fight. I think that Jermell wants to fight, but you got to take a man for what he says. Jermell said he talked about a rematch. He said, "Yeah, I'll take a rematch, but I don't know when." So I think that
did you read this he put out?
Yeah, I think that Jermell, right? He already kind of knew that, he had, of course, he knew that a mandatory defense was coming up. So I think that's probably the biggest reason why he said he don't know when, because he knew that he had mandatories coming up. And if you watch the post-fight press conference, right, Castano's trainer said the same thing. So it's not just Jamel that said that. Brian Castano's trainer said the same thing. When he talked about a rematch, Brian Castano's trainer said, you know what? We want a rematch immediately, but we don't know if it's going to be able to happen like that because, mandatories and everything like that comes up. So both sides knew that mandatories was going to come up. And I think both sides already had known that they had held the mandatory off as long as they could. I know money is saying that, Al Heyman got the bag and this, and that. But a lot of times that don't mean shit when it comes to these sanctioning bodies. You feel me? They want their bread. They especially the IBF. The IBF, they do business how they do business, and they don't change for nobody. So that's how it's gonna go down. They both probably gonna go and have fights. They both gonna fight mandatories to get that out of the way. And like I said, let's look to make this fight happen. Shit, maybe early next year. But we don't even know, because is Jermell Charlo even gonna fight again before the year ends? Is Brian Castano gonna fight again before the year ends? We really don't know because we know that PBC fighters, they not really that active. Al Heyman gonna get you paid when you fight, but you ain't gonna be in the ring more than 2 times, and that's a fact. If you a fighter on their level. So let's see what happens. Like I said, all we could do is hope neither one fumble the ball and fuck around and lose. And we gotta hope no other mandatories come up. Because Jermell Charlo got 3 belts. We gotta hope that, because I think Jermell Charlo, he's supposed to have a mandatory for the WBC also. So don't be surprised if the WBC come up and then Jermell Charlo is like this, because neither fighter want to drop the title and he don't know what to do. So he just like, fuck it. I'm gonna let one of these belts go. I got to. That's how they do you. Because that's why we don't get undisputed, because that's how they do. It's so hard to get undisputed because of the politics in boxing. Hopefully that don't happen, because I don't know this dude that they, talking about saying that, is the mandatory. He not gonna step aside no more for Jermell. I don't know who he is. Never heard of him. And did you look up you looked him up, Money? I want to look him up, but I don't know how to spell his damn name. Give me the spelling of his name and I'll type it in, because I don't have it in front of me. If you can.
I don't even know the spelling of his name. You
don't have the hold on, let me look, man. Let me look. If somebody in the chat got the dude's name, type it in there for me.
Give me the spelling of his name. That's the guy.
No, I thought you might have had your phone in front of you with the article in front of you. That's why I asked you that.
That man say, damn, thanks to the WBO, Bud got his first real dog fight.
Okay, here it is. I got his name right here. I'll type it in. Hold on. Because I want to look up dude, because I've never heard of this dude before. I want to see if
I never heard of him either. Mutazali. Mutazali.
Here he is. Mutazaliv.
What's his first name?
Bakram. Bakhram. Bakram. I guess that's how you say his shit. I think the H is silent in this shit. Bakram. These fucking names, man.
Oh shit, dog.
Let me see who he done fought, bro. Let's see who he done fought. Man, all these dudes is Russian fighters.
That dude ain't fought no damn body, man.
Bro, this dude ain't fought. How the fuck is name? I'm gonna pull this shit up for y'all. Y'all need to see this shit. How the fuck is he the #1 contender, bro? That's how you know boxing is dirty, and the shit is just like, it's horrible, bro. Like, this is how you know that boxing is dirty. I'm gonna pull this shit up for y'all. Y'all gonna trip out when y'all see this shit, bro. Let me see. Hold on. Y'all gonna trip out when y'all see this shit right here. This is ridiculous. Like, come on, man. Like, is they serious with this shit? Hold on. Oh shit. Oh man. Okay. Can y'all see that? Y'all see it, money?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the dude. He 28. He is from. This is birth name right here. The fuck does that say?
I don't know.
He's from Russia though. He's 6 foot. Obviously, he 160 pounds. Now let's go down his resume. Can you see this clearly?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. We don't know him. I never heard of him. The Russian dude. Another Russian guy fighting in Russia. Another Russian. Another Russian. But look at these dudes' records he's fighting. 0-1, 2-48, 0-10, 11-5-2, 9-29, 3-0, 6-0, 14-12, 12-0, 6-4, 6-5-1. Kenneth McNeil, 11-3, 23-8, 23-11, 29-12, 21-6, 21-1, 16-9 with one draw, and 16-5, 16 wins, 5 losses. With come on now, you see this shit? That's his record. That's his fucking record.
And he get an opportunity for a world title.
Suspended by Texas Combative Sports Program until 2021. So he's suspended to September 1st, 2021. Probably, I don't know, probably because he just had a fight, maybe. No, yeah, he just fought on July the 17th. So he just fought on the card in San Antonio.
Yeah.
He just fought on the undercard of Jamel. I didn't see that.
I didn't see him either.
They didn't even televise this dude. So you telling me, right? A guy, you see his resume. We've never heard of nobody on his resume. All of the dudes that he fought, 99% of them got horrible records. What the fuck is going on? This is the corruption of boxing right here. Somebody explain to me how this man is #1 contender to Jamel Charlo's IBF belt. How? That right there don't make no sense.
How
is he the #1 contender to Jamel Charlo's IBF belt? What type of shit is going on? And see, that's the problem with boxing. They do this shit every time when we on the verge of getting undisputed or something. They'll always come up with some fucking Russian that we ain't never heard of, a foreigner, and throw him in there. You know the type of, huh?
I wonder if he's a gold medal winner. So I forgot his damn name. You know,
it don't matter what he is. Do you see his fucking resume? I want to know how a motherfucker with a resume, his resume ain't better than mine.
You still got to pull it up, key, or no?
Nah, I dropped it down.
Damn, I forgot his damn name.
I got his name in my hand though. I could put it's right here if you can see my phone.
Let me see. BAKH, all right.
Back rum.
I got him, bro. I got it right on.
You got it? Okay. Yeah. Like, it don't matter to me. Like his resume, he don't have a resume as good as mine.
Now I'm saying when they be winning them medals and shit, they be catapulting them dudes like that.
Like that shit ridiculous, bro.
Shit. Yeah, they be trying to catapult them straight to the top and shit.
Like I thought he was actually gonna have, like, you know, some decent fighters on his resume or some fighters with some decent records. He don't even have good no-name fighters with good records on his resume. Like this motherfucker been fighting dudes in Russia with losing records, but he's #1 contender to a belt. Come on, bro. Exclusive Meds 2021 says boxing is perhaps the most poorly run sport. It is by far. It is. It's crazy, man. Yeah, man, Chad. Yeah, it is. It's a 76ers hat.
You know who inspired him to become a boxer king?
What?
Roy Jones.
It sound about right. You know, Roy Jones loved them fucking Russians. Roy Jones loved the shit out some Russians, bruh. He went over there and got Russian citizenship and everything.
For real, they love his.
They love him, bruh. Uh,
He
that's
fought
crazy.
another Sergey, but he his amateur record 153-17. I don't see him in the Olympics and nothing like that. But that's what they do, bro. They do that type of shit. They catapult them dudes to the top like that, especially with the IBF. You know, it's an international belt, so they want somebody. They really want an international person to have that title. To be honest with you,
Right. And you know them Russians got money. So all they gotta do is go holler at the IBF. You know, we know he ain't fought nobody fucking, you know what I'm saying? We know he ain't fought nobody at all. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead and slide him up to the top right under Jamel Charlo. They ain't gonna never notice. They'll never know. And they do this shit right in front of our face. They do this shit right in front of our face. It's like now it's making Jamel. Now you know what's gonna happen next. You know what's gonna happen next?
They gonna blame
Jamel Charlo's gonna get the backlash from this shit.
Yeah,
if Jamel Charlo go and fight this dude that ain't nobody never heard of, Jamel Charlo is gonna get the backlash, right?
He ducking.
He ducking Castano. Why is he fucking fighting the guy that we never heard of? He's gonna get the backlash. And it's sad, man, that they do this shit. It's like boxing is pitiful. You don't have to work your way up through the ranks and fight somebody and fight the best. No more. All you got to do is go holler at the sanctioning body and slide your way up to the top. We seen all this dudes, damn near all his fights been over in Russia against dudes with horrible fucking resumes and horrible records. But yeah, he get to do it. They gonna slide him right up to the top. Jamel Charlo, they gonna force Jamel Charlo to fight this fucking bomb. Jamel Charlo gonna walk through him, but Jamel Charlo is gonna get blamed for ducking. That's how it goes. That's how it goes, man. We can't blame it on the champ D-Lo 404 boxing, exactly, but they're going to. They're going to. Drink more water. No, he not fighting Costa Zoo. He fights some dude that we can't pronounce his name, we ain't never heard of, and we ain't never heard of nobody that he fought. This shit ridiculous, dog. 503 line off in the building. What's happening with it, 503? Make sure that y'all go sub to my man 503 line. Make sure that y'all go sub to his channel. He over there putting in that heat.
503 was going down, bro.
And make sure that y'all go sub to my man Mad Chad. Mad Chad be talking that shit.
Yeah, from Maine.
Batman. What's good, Batman? Man, it's crazy. I forgot what channel it was, man. I forgot what channel it was. Batman just popped up on my phone last night. Like my phone be doing crazy shit, money. Like I won't even be in YouTube, and all of a sudden, like in the background, some shit just pop up, right? So I got one of my earpieces in, you know, walking around in case the phone ring last night. All of a sudden, man, I hear Batman start screaming in my goddamn ear. I'm like, man, how the hell Batman in my motherfucking earpiece? I turned my phone on, Batman on somebody's show cooking on their panel and shit last night. I forgot what panel it was. Batman hollering all in my fucking ear and shit. Oh shit.
And if you wanted, he would have been there. He's a bitch. And you taking up for these motherfuckers. They bitches. All of them, Slim. I don't give a fuck about it being a fighter, Slim. Everybody got bitch in
them. Man, Batman be cooking though. He gonna stand on this square though.
Yeah.
Batman gonna stand on this motherfucking square.
Bullshit.
For real. One thing you ain't gonna do is you ain't finna out argue Batman.
Pop up on your ass like a thief in the night.
For real. And salute to my brother Batman. It sure was. It was on Main Man page. It was on Main Man page. That's what it was on, man. Shit, man. Let me see. Was you looking for something? What was we doing, man? I didn't fucking lost all train of thought.
Shit, nah, we was talking about Charlo getting the backlash. I was just looking up old boy to see did he was he a gold medal winner or some shit because they catapult them dudes like that, but he wasn't though. But you were saying that that's what they do, and Charlo go get the blame if the rematch don't happen, they go blame Charlo and shit.
Right. Yeah, that's what they gonna do, man. That's what they gonna do. And all them fans, right? All them fans that Charlo was capping for, he was trying to get on his team by doing that fuck shit he was doing. He gonna see real quick. They already turned on him, and they gonna turn on his ass even more when they see that he not getting in the ring with Castano next. They gonna blame it on him. He ain't want to fight anyway.
Mm-hmm. Mandatory's Trump. What they say, mandatory's Trump. I mean, damn, I can't even get the damn word out.
What you trying to say?
Trump mandatories.
Huh?
They gonna say unification Trump mandatories. If he really wanted, he could have pushed for it. They on the same side of the street.
Yep, that's what they gonna say. That's what they gonna say. Not knowing, well, even they don't even be wanting to know. They don't want to know the ins and the outs and the outs of the ends of the story, right? They just gonna talk, but not even knowing or trying to find out that they already been had a mandatory for Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano. They held both of their mandatories off just to get this fight.
What up, Kelly say? You just don't want to know the
truth. Oh man, yeah, they is already saying he don't want the rematch. You dig what I'm saying? But Jermell clearly told everybody. He said in the rematch, I'm gonna knock this dude out, and I got Jermell knocking him out in the rematch. I really do.
Me too. And everybody, your boy hit the 20K mark. I just checked my thing, bro. I hit that 20K mark.
Man, congratulations.
20K mark.
Congratulations to Money Brown hitting that 20,000 sub mark. Congratulations, man. He's been out here putting in work.
Yes,
grinding. Grinding.
Gotta make a video for the people, man.
Man, congratulations on that, Money. Yes, man, that's a great milestone, man. That's a great milestone. Been grinding for a long time, man. You deserve it, man. Putting in a lot of work. A lot of work for the people.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir. But yeah, man. So we gonna see. We gonna see where it goes, man. But let's get into it, man. Let's get into what everybody want to talk about. It's about that time, Money. So, to my surprise, to everybody's surprise, right? Because we all thought that it was already set in stone that Terence Crawford was fighting Jose Cepeda. That's what I thought. I'm pretty sure everybody thought that Terence Crawford was fighting Jose Cepeda. If you went on Top Rank had it listed. They had the date and everything already in for Terence Crawford. But one thing, right? One thing I got to do is I got to, say that Team Crawford might have known something. Because Team Crawford, when you questioned them on Jose Cepeda, they kept telling you that wasn't a fact yet. They kept denying it. When every time we brought up Jose Cepeda or every time somebody brought up Jose Cepeda, on the Facebook groups or, under his post or whatever, right? Team Crawford was denying that. They were saying you can't listen to everything you hear. That ain't, what I'm saying? Crawford ain't never said he was fighting Jose Cepeda next, and so they was denying it. I don't know if they knew that they was about to have Porter was about to come up and they was about to order. I don't know what was going on, right? But to everybody's surprise, they finally came with it. The WBO finally came and they ordered Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford. I love it. I love it, man. You know what I'm saying? 25 lighters on my dresser. Yes, sir. Love it, man. Man. I love it. I love that fight. That's the fight that the fans wanted. That's the fight that we all been wanting. Except for the haters. The ones that just just dick ride Bud, everything. He don't need to fight Crawford. I mean, he don't need to fight Shawn. This is a hell of a fight. Finally, a fight, right, for Terence Crawford, where everybody really get to see what he really is. All of that eye test shit, we could say that shit until our fucking face turn blue. But the eye test is just an opinion. At the end of the day, we still need to see you in the ring with top competition. And Shawn Porter is top competition. Now, what will Bud do? Because it's a complicated situation. Even though they're ordering Terence Crawford to fight Shawn Porter, it's a complicated situation. Right? And listen to this. Because we know that Mr. Bob Arum works hand in hand with the WBO. Bob Arum, listen to what I'm saying, y'all. A lot of people was trying to come up with scenarios. Well, how is Bud Crawford going to lose the WBO? Because ain't no way Bob Arum is going to let Bud Crawford walk away with that title. Ain't no way. That's what everybody was saying. Everybody was saying, oh, they going to rob him. But I said, well, none of these opponents that y'all naming are going to be able to last 12 rounds with Terence Crawford. Now, I say that to say this. Did Bob Arum have a hand in this? Because, look, listen to what I'm saying, y'all. What is Bud Crawford going to do? Because if Bud Crawford, right, ends up having to fight Shawn Porter, and it's going to purse bid. It is going to purse bid. The fight's going to purse bid, right? Because I don't think they're going to be able to make an agreement because Terence Crawford is the A side. So they will have to be able to come to an agreement, right, with Bob Arum. And Bob Arum already told you that he wasn't going to pay Shawn Porter shit. He ain't paying Shawn Porter. So it's going to go to purse bid, right? It goes to purse bid. If he sticks to what he's saying, he's not paying Shawn Porter. If PBC wins the purse bid, that means that Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter will have to fight on PBC platform, right? So you fight on PBC platform, that fight doesn't go under Top Rank, right? That ain't a Top Rank fight. Terence Crawford owes Top Rank one more fight on his contract. You listen to what I'm saying. He owes Bob one more fight on Top Rank. So if this go to purse bid and PBC get that fight, technically you still owe Bob Arum one more fight, right? You still owe him one more fight. If what we've been hearing is true, right? You still owe him one more fight. So what does Terence Crawford do? Does he go and say, fuck it, I'll fight on the PBC platform because it went to purse bid? Or does he say, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and drop the belt. You feel me? Bob Arum trying to play games. I'm going to drop the belt. I'm going to fight Jose Zepeda, right? Or Zepeda. My bad, it's Zepeda. I'm going to fight Jose Zepeda. Get this shit done with Top Rank because I'm sick of dealing with them. I'm going to go ahead and get this shit over with. October, I'm going to chunk up the deuce to y'all. Fuck that belt. I get another belt, right? What does he do? Because if this goes to purse bid and PBC wins the purse bid, he has a choice to make. And see, this helps Bob Arum because if he dropped that belt, well, he gets to leave, but you ain't leaving with that fucking title. And Bob Arum gets to keep that WBO title right in the Top Rank stable where it belongs. You know, if you asked him. He gets to keep the WBO title right in the Top Rank stable. Because if he don't fight Shawn Porter and to go to purse bid, he's going to have to drop the belt. And Bob Arum, that belt is gonna stay right there in the top ranked stable. And Shawn Porter will probably have to fight the next fighter. He'll have to fight another top ranked fighter for that belt. But in the meantime, that shit gonna stay in the top ranked stable. So what does he do? It's a sticky situation. It's a sticky situation. And then we're gonna get, more into what Terence Crawford said and what Shawn Porter said. But before we even get on that, I want to get Money Brown situation, because it's crazy that now all of a sudden a mandatory that they're ordering this fight when they should have did that shit a long time ago. What's your take on this, man? What's your take, Money?
I always say this, bro. If they come back like this, Kenny Porter had something to do with it. Kenny Porter be working behind the scenes, bro. The WBC tried to outdo Shawn for his opportunity. He went and handled that business. He got Shawn the WBC a shot at the WBC, and he fought and he beat Danny Garcia for the title. Kenny Porter stepped inside that office with Bob Arum. He asked Bob about the situation. Bob said he wasn't giving out deals, man, and they was number one in the WBO. When they try to catapult Virgil Ortiz over Shawn Porter, I forgot what interview I saw, but Kenny Porter said, I don't know what they're doing, but that shit ain't gonna work, right? And I'm telling you, bro, Kenny Porter went and handled his business. Kenny Porter don't be bullshit with them sanctioning bodies. He get on their ass, bro, and he get on their ass to the point to where he'll take their ass to court. You know what I'm saying? He'll take their ass to court. He'll sue the shit out your ass quick. So I can respect Kenny Porter for putting in the work behind the scenes. And remember, Kenny Porter always wanted Terence Crawford for Shawn Porter, bro. That's always been his goal. That's always been his goal. That's why I kept telling people when Shawn somebody want to go fight him, if Kenny wants Shawn to fight, Shawn is going to fight. He going to do whatever Kenny tell his ass to do. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. You feel me? But Kenny makes sure that, it ain't no goddamn, ain't no friends in this shit. You know what I mean? After they fought Earl Spence, everybody is on limit. So I look at that situation like Kenny wanted to handle his business, but respect to the WBO as well, man. You know what I mean? For making that happen, because it's a hell of a fight. It's one hell of a fight. And like you said, kid, they should have been done it because we should have had this shit in July, right? We should have had it either in June or July. We shouldn't be waiting till October for Terence Crawford to have his first fight in fucking 2021. This shit could have been took place. It could have been took place, bro. But nonetheless, better late than never. And I don't think Terence Crawford go drop that title because of, his little thing he put out. But I just look at the situation as is. They came back and right their wrongs. And I'm telling you, Key, Kenny Porter went behind the scenes. He made this shit happen, bro. And I'm going to wait to see an interview with him, because I bet you if he did, Kenny, he like to take all this credit for shit. He don't let shit slide. So, they thought that shit was going to happen. But, I went and talked to him, and I told him, if you're going to do this, or I'm going to take you to court. And I'm pretty sure, bro, Kenny Porter went and made sure the WBC pushed Shawn Porter back as the mandatory. And not only that, make this fight happen. So all we got to do is wait to see, what goes on, if Bob will open up the paycheck or is we going to go to a purse bid. So that's what we'll wait to see.
Bob ain't opening up no paycheck for.
Yeah, I can agree with that. 120, he ain't opening up no. That's one thing he ain't going to do. Bob, Bob will say fuck you and fuck them. Yeah.
I'm not paying. I told Shawn Porter I'll pay him one. I'm not paying. Nobody wants to fucking see it.
Right, bro.
Not gonna sell. I already told you, Terence Crawford don't sell. Who wants to see the fight? Nobody wants to see Terence Crawford versus Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter, he hasn't sold pay-per-view numbers since Errol Spence. Nobody wants to see the fight.
And that pay-per-view did terrible.
I mean, Shawn Porter's pay-per-view it did terrible numbers. Right. Nobody wants to see Terence Crawford.
Hey, fuck that. Bob will say neither one of them sell. But doesn't sell, and I'm not going to spend my money on it.
Hey, what do you get me? God damn it! I'm telling you, nobody wants to see the fight. Nobody. If we can get the investors, I'm not paying out of my pocket. I've lost too much goddamn money.
Facts, bro. Fuck that.
Wait, no, Terence Crawford just doesn't sell. Hey, but yeah, I mean, he not coming out his pocket for the fight. You dig what I'm saying? He not coming out the pocket, right? So it's going to go to purse bid. In PBC, we know how Al Haymon moved. Al Haymon knows it's a big fight. Al Heyman gonna do that. And plus, Al Heyman is looking like, okay, let's get Terence Crawford over on the PBC platform. Let's show him how we do business over here because we know that he's becoming a free agent. But so the big question is, right? The big question is, you still owe a fight to Bob. You still owe Bob a fight on that platform, on the ESPN platform. How does that work out?
Let me ask you something, bro. Do you think Bob Arum can have his hand in on it too? Because remember, he won't Terence Crawford and Josh Taylor in 2022. You think he can? You think it's a possibility? He could have had it. Yeah, he can let
people. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying, yeah. Money. I think that Bob Arum had a hand on this because okay, check this out, right? I know you saying that Kenny Porter was working behind the scenes, right?
Right.
And it makes a lot of sense, but I don't think that was the case, Money, because and the reason I say this is because Shawn Porter, he came out with his statement and he was shocked. He said, I wasn't expecting this. Right. It's, this is to my surprise, but hey, they calling it, I'm ready. Let's work. Right? So Shawn Porter let it be known he wasn't expecting it.
That's true.
If Kenny Porter was working behind the scenes,
he would have knew about it.
He would have knew about it, and he wouldn't have had that reaction. This is Bob Arum's doing. This is Bob Arum putting Terence Crawford in a position to where he has to make a choice. You either come over here, right? You either lose that belt, right? Because it's going to purse bid. I'm not paying for it. It's going to purse bid. So I'm going to make it to where I'm going to put you in the fucked up position.
Right.
Bob Arum is spiteful. You don't think I told y'all a long time ago. I said, he going to get Terence Crawford some type of way. He going to get his ass. I said, Bob Arum is mad because he lost money on him. And Bob Arum, hey, he going to play the game raw. Real talk. If Bob Arum going to do anything, he going to play the game raw. So what he's doing is he's making Bud make a decision, right? Yeah. You go over there because you either they're going to strip you of the title, right? If you don't fight Shawn Porter, they're going to strip you. You don't have no choice. You can go there and they're going to, I'll let them do it over there on the PBC platform. I'll let them deal with you, right?
Yeah.
But you still, right? You owe me another fight. You owe me another fight. So let's go ahead and we're gonna have to go ahead and extend your contract past October with us. So what you want to do? You want to continue to do business with us? Because see, they probably have it in his contract to where that we keep hearing that October fight, right? He got to have a fight with Top Rank by October on the Top Rank platform, or that contract probably extends. Why do you think he already penciled in a date with Josh Taylor in 2022? That man played the game raw. He playing the game raw. So Terence Crawford is going to have to make a decision, right? Do I go ahead and extend my contract a little bit longer with Top Rank, right? So I can defend this title, so I can keep this title around my waist? Or do I say, fuck Top Rank, I'll go ahead and fight Jose Zepeda in October, and I'm going to get done with Top Rank and just chunk the deuces with them. But I'm going to have to chunk the deuces to that title. And like I told y'all, if he chunked the deuces to that title, right, and fight Jose Zepeda, somebody on Top Rank platform will be fighting Shawn Porter for that belt.
Oh, it might be Josh Taylor. Shit.
It might be Josh Taylor, or it might be somebody. I don't think it'll be Josh Taylor. It probably will be Ramirez.
Oh no, it'll probably be. Oh no, I'm tripping.
Jose Ramirez, because Jose Ramirez was talking about moving up.
Yeah, I thought, but Josh Taylor was Top Rank too. But I'm tripping. I thought the boys from
they want Josh Taylor and Bud Crawford. He already penciled him in for that fight. So this is a sticky situation for Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? It's a sticky situation for Terence Crawford. And Everybody like, oh yeah, this is set. This shit ain't set in stone. Terence Crawford gonna have a choice to make.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He gonna have a choice to make, man. I knew Bob Arum was gonna come up with something because see, remember, we was on here money and they was like, oh, they gonna rob Bob Arum and that Jose Zepeda fight, they gonna rob him. I said they can't rob him if it don't go 12. Ain't no way Jose Zepeda is going 12, right? Ain't no way. It ain't nobody on that roster that was available to fight Terence Crawford that could go 12 rounds with him. So it was kind of like, damn, what is Bob Arum gonna do? He can't rob the man because ain't none of these dudes can go 12 rounds with him. What he gonna do? And then this shit right here comes up. I'm telling y'all, this is Bob Arum's doing because if the WBO was gonna mandate this, it would have happened back then. It wouldn't have just happened right now.
That's a fact, dog.
You see, they already got a date. The Jose Zepeda, the date, venue, all that shit already set up. All of it already set up.
Thanks. Cursor, what's going down with you, Cursor, man? Not to see you in the building, champ. Hell yeah.
Hey, that belt might stay right there. We gonna see, man, but it's a tough situation for Terence Crawford, and I don't wish this type of shit on no man because, well, I don't feel sorry for him because when he was getting called out, he should have took the fight before, or he should have been on Bob Arum's head to make that fight happen before. But he was sitting back like he ain't want to fight Shawn Porter, and that brings me to another thing, Money. Let me read to you what Terence Crawford had to say. Let me read to you what Terence Crawford had to say. Wrong phone. Let me grab this phone, right? I'm gonna read to y'all what Terence Crawford had to say. So Terence Crawford, and man, go read the article in Boxing News 24. Man, the writer was smashing on Bud. Like he was getting off on Bud, dog. He was like, Bud Crawford wants everybody to believe everybody been ducking him, but it's been the other way around. Hey, he was talking that shit. So Crawford says he's been begging for a challenge. This is Crawford's response to this Shawn Porter, the Shawn Porter and him being mandated, right? Crawford says, I've been begging for a real challenge for years. Crawford told ESPN. This is what he said on ESPN. He says, I've been begging for a real challenge for years about it. This is what he told ESPN about ordering him to fight Porter. He said,
where was this?
It was in the article.
I know what day he just this recent right now?
Yeah, recent. Recently. This is Terence Crawford's response to them ordering the fight. He says, I've been begging for a real challenge for years, right? He says, all so-called elite welterweights have shown no interest in fighting me. They all been ducking me. Now one of them finally being forced to fight me. So he said they all been ducking him, and now one of them, he said one of them has been forced to fight him. So they're saying, he's saying that Shawn Porter, they had to force Shawn Porter to fight him. Well, let's go back in memory lane, right? Because how I remember the situation going is every time they brought up Shawn Porter's name, you and Bo Mack said Shawn Porter had nothing to offer, right? You said you wasn't going to fight Shawn Porter because Shawn Porter didn't have no belt. And when Shawn Porter had a belt, he wasn't fighting you. He wasn't calling you out. But we all know that is bullshit because you are on Top Rank and Shawn Porter is on the PBC platform. And we know that they weren't doing no business with each other. That's why we still haven't seen Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, right? Now,
and we also do know that Shawn Porter made more. He make more money fighting Earl than Bud. But
right. Now let's move on. Then, right, Shawn Porter start calling out Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford was ignoring him. Shawn Porter continued to call out Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, he came out with a statement telling Shawn Porter, now you really getting on my nerves, something like, you really starting to aggravate me now. You can sit back. I'll get to you when I get to you. You gonna wait till, basically, if I get to you, I get to you type of shit. You're aggravating. So
he told him he really getting to me now. He said you really trying me now. He said you can stand to the side. If my business don't happen with Pacquiao, then I get to you.
right, you right. So he told him like you aggravate me, right? I'll get to you if this business don't happen with Pacquiao. Well, first of all, isn't that what fighters supposed to do? Call each other out? I mean, that's how I thought the game was supposed to work, right? So why are you getting aggravated? Why are you getting aggravated from another fighter calling you out? You said that you want to fight all of the top elite fighters, right? So you got aggravated. And you told him you would get to him if the business didn't pan out with Manny Pacquiao. Well, the business didn't pan out with Manny Pacquiao, and we've been knowing that for a long time now. We've been waiting around. You never got to Shawn Porter. Matter of fact, Shawn Porter had to apologize to you just to make you feel better about him calling you out. He had to give you an apology just because you were aggravated because he called you out. Now, does that sound like somebody they had to force him? It sounds like to me it was the other way around, Terence Crawford. It sounds like that you didn't fight it or come up to fight an elite fighter until they're forcing you. They're forcing you to fight him. Now, you talk about all the elite fighters.
Catch that.
Errol Spence. Okay, yeah. Hold on. Let me get this super chat real quick, and I'm gonna finish saying what I was saying. Hold on. Let me see where it's at. Okay. Martin McClendon, what's happening with it in the super chat? Appreciate you. He says, glad you saying this, bro. I've been arguing with people all day that this is Bob's doing. Terrence gonna drop the belt and head to 154. Watch, man. I'm telling y'all, man. I seen it, man. I seen it. And this is the first time that I ever even spoke on the situation or even gave it thought. But you know, that's how I see it going, man. And I appreciate you, man, showing love in that super chat. And everybody that's in the building right now, make sure that you hit my like button. That's all I ask of you is hit the like button. Hit the like button. You know, we come on here every day and we putting in work for y'all. So anyway, moving on, right? Moving on. So you had another elite fighter, the elite of all the elites. You had Errol Spence. He offered you 60-40 a long time ago. It was a verbal offer, but right? Verbally, you responded on several occasions and said, no, you ain't fighting him unless it's 50-50. The biggest payday of your life by far, by a long shot. You ain't doing it unless it's 50-50. So that's another elite fighter, right? Keith Thurman called you out, wanted to fight you. You said no. Keith Thurman is trying to price himself out. Keith Thurman throws a number out there, right? A ballpark, I guess they said he threw 10 million, right? They said he was pricing himself out. Well, instead of trying to negotiate Keith Thurman on that 10 million to, you know, you're never going to start bidding on yourself low. You're going to start high. That way you'll have room to work down. Would it have taken Keith Thurman 10 million to get in the ring with you? No. But that's how you do business. Keith Thurman said it himself. He said, well, I just threw that out there as a negotiation tactic. They didn't even try to negotiate with me. Yeah. They turned it down immediately. That's another elite fighter. I heard, I don't know if this is true, I heard that you refused to sign the contract with Manny Pacquiao. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what people were saying. That's another elite fighter. So, but I do know that you wanted to fight Manny Pacquiao. But all these other elite fighters, your team has either been lowballing them or you just flat out not fighting them. So I think it's the other way around because it looks like that they having to force you to fight Shawn Porter. And I think your own promoter has something to do with it. Let me read this super chat. Zenith 360, what's happening with it? He says Porter called Bud out and the only person who wanted to fight. And he was the only person who wanted to fight. Yeah, that's facts. He says Dan was dropped to number 2 They even went to meet Bob in person and was told no. What more was Porter supposed to do to get the fight? You heard him. It's facts. See, y'all talk about fictional shit. We talking about facts. Everything that Zenith 360 said right now was a fact. Everything right now that I just told y'all was a fact. This is not no hearsay shit. These are facts. So like the article Boxing Scene said, he said that Terence Crawford is basically he's trying to bamboozle the fans, trying to make them believe and try to make it sound like that he's been ducked by everybody, right? It's smoke and mirrors. He's trying to play off of that. And some people might argue that Terence Crawford's whole career has been a facade, just, some noise that he's playing off. If you look at his resume, he's the best fighter in the world by far. Nobody better than Terence Crawford. He can play off that because he's destroying everybody that he in the ring with. But if you look at the competition, it's like, okay, well, damn, he ain't got the best resume. And then, well, why he ain't fought none of these guys? Because everybody's scared of him. Don't nobody want to fight Terence Crawford. I know that's not true. Am I saying Terence Crawford is not the best fighter in the world? I don't think he is, but I can't tell you that he's not. We don't know. But if
let me say something. And I don't mean to cut you off. Drink more water. Yes, you answered your own question, bro. So we know you ride for Bud, but you answered your own question. We said the $2 million was guaranteed versus EJ, but we know about the upside. That was a pay-per-view fight. Do you know what Shawn got on the back end? Don't just look at the $2 million. Go look at what he got on the back end. Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford can be a pay-per-view fight. So of course he's not just gonna accept no $2 million, bro. You know what I mean? That's why they got Al Heyman to do the real business, bro. People are not stupid like that. They're not gonna get lowballed by Bob Earn, bro. Bob not trying to pay him, man. Blame Bob. Don't come in here saying Shawn Captain. Shawn ain't no fool, and Kenny ain't no fool.
Oh, well, I mean, everybody that listen to boxing, that's in tune to boxing, know the boxers have told you that. Adrian Brunner then said it out of his own mouth because he laughed when he said, well, you only got paid such and such when you fought. Adrian Brunner laughed and said, oh, that's what they say. Everybody knows that Bob Arum, the number that they put out there with PBC fighters are way less than what they really getting paid. They do that for tax reasons. Bob Arum is a genius. I mean, not Bob Arum. Al Heyman is a genius. So everybody knows that. Ain't no way that Shawn Porter only made $2.5 million or whatever the fuck you talking about. Shawn Porter made more than $2.5 million when he fought that white dude he just fought. What's the dude name? Vermella. Shawn Porter told you that himself. Go look at Shawn Porter podcast. He said, I made way more than $2.5 million for fighting Vermella. Come on, man. Y'all need to stop with the bullshit. They always coming with some shit that they know ain't right just to get an argument in. That is not an argument, sir. That's false.
Drink more water. No, it wasn't no 2-point guaranteed. It was 2-point flat, homie. Bob was trying to get 1 million flat. Then he said 2 million flat. No, stop it, bro.
That's what they put on paper. What the PBC fighters, they put Al Heyman put on paper what he want to tell y'all he paying them. Why do you think everybody fuck with Al? Right? But he's smart because they can put that on paper, and that rest of the money, they ain't got to pay taxes on it. Why you think when Eddie Hearn came into the game and he thought that so what Eddie Hearn did, remember what Eddie Hearn did, money, right? He thought from hearing what these guys get on paper in the media, right? He went and looked at the purses and he's like, oh, I'm finna get all these dudes. I'm gonna offer them way more than what they get paid over on PBC. He started trying to pick up their PBC fighters, and what they were doing, money, they was laughing at him.
Yeah.
They was laughing at him. Like, this dude think he finna pull us over to the zone with this? They said, man, Eddie Hearn is funny. We've been getting paid way more than that. This is a joke. Because Eddie Hearn didn't know. He didn't know the game. He thought what he saw on paper, what he saw in the media, that those fighters were actually only making that. So, it is what it is, but y'all can use that as an argument all you want to, but it's not going to help because facts are facts. But man, this is a messed up situation for Terence Crawford because it's putting him in the bind, dog. Like I said, once again, and y'all hit my like button. Y'all hit the like button. Do I go up? Do I, you know what I'm saying? If PBC wins the first bid, do I go over to PBC and defend my title against Shawn Porter and have to extend my contract because I still owe Top Rank another fight? Because that's what's going to happen. Or do I say, fuck Top Rank, I'm sick of dealing with them. I'll drop the belt. I'll fight Jose Cepeda. And I'm going to move on about my business. But that belt, when you drop the belt is going to stay over there on the Top Rank side. Like I said, and Shawn Porter will have to fight somebody on Top Rank for that belt. They're going to come up with something. This is all Bob Arum is doing. Bob Arum, he moves slick and he's smart. That old dude is smart. He already told y'all he basically had the WBO in his pocket. He told y'all that on Fred's show.
Blue in the building. Blue said, I'm going all the way in on this today. Blue said, he could cook on it.
Blue, where Blue at? I don't see Blue.
Shit, I just seen him when I seen Shannon there, put it in the chat. I had to go up and see his own comment.
Let me see where Blue at. My brother Blue in the building, even though I don't see his comment.
Yeah, he said I'm going all the way in on this today. He said he's going all the way in on it.
Oh yeah. I see right there. And salute to my brother Blue Blood Sports TV. He said he going in, and I will be off on time. We almost finished cooking anyway, so I will be over there today. Blue, I missed it. Like I was saying earlier in the show, before you got in here, Blue, I said I missed Blue Blood show, but I had to go back and watch it, man. You was cooking yesterday, Blue. I had to go back and watch it. And I will be on over there today. Watching
I'll be in the building too, man, but I gotta get to the homework. That shit coming to an end.
I gotta knock that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, this is a sticky situation for Bud. It's a sticky situation that this situation came up right when it's time for him to get ready to leave Top Rank. Now you got a heavy decision to make. I'm telling y'all, if this fight, right? Because ain't no way Bob Arum is gonna pay for this fight. He gonna let that shit go to purse bid. Ain't no way he paying for this. He gonna let it go to purse bid. It's gonna happen on PBC platform, and he still owe Top Rank another fight in that contract. That October date is gonna extend out.
Just like T.O. and Cambosis. And Bud gonna pick up his back end off of Bud. I mean Bob gonna pick up his back end off of Terence Crawford here. He gonna want his fight.
If he go and fight Shawn Porter, dog, I'm telling y'all,
Bob get an extra percentage too. Remember that.
Right. But it's like, do I fight Shawn Porter and keep the belt, or do I fight Jose Cepeda because I'm done with Top Rank and move on and keep my belt and just go ahead and lead with the belt? See, I think Bob know that Terence Crawford don't want to let that strap go, because if Terence Crawford let that strap go, that's why Bob put him in that situation. I'm telling y'all, this is Bob Arum's doing, because Bob know he ain't gonna let go of that strap, because if Terence Crawford let go of that strap, he ain't got no more leverage at all in none of these big fights. Whether he a free agent or not, if he ain't got that strap no more, he don't got no more leverage. And if they get that strap over there on Top Rank and he gone, right, it's gonna be very, very hard for him to get that strap. I mean, it's gonna be impossible for him to get it back down there. And then he gonna have to go on and I don't know what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen? Is Errol Spence gonna want to fight Terence Crawford? He ain't got no belt. sticky situation. You know, it's messed up, man. I knew Bob Arum was gonna come with some type of okey doke, man. But at the end of the day, as far as the fight, man, let's break down the fight, man. Let's break down the fight, man. I'm gonna let you go because I've been talking. The people want to hear you cook, man. Break down the fight, man, and I'll go after you.
One hell of a fight, bro. One hell of a fight. It's going to be very interesting. But I got Terence Crawford winning that fight against Shawn Porter. But it's going to be tough. I know a lot of people out here running around saying
that comment.
According to Red contract is up in October, fight or no fight. According to Red, contract is up in October, fight or no fight. I disagree.
If you think, I don't know about that. We know how Bob Arum do business, bro.
If you think you're gonna walk out the door on Bob Arum and you owe him a fight, oh no. Yeah, Red is the trainer. Red ain't the he ain't the fucking manager or the businessman. You feel me? And I know he part of the team. He big with the team. But if you thinking Bob Arum contracts, you owe him a fight, and you able to just walk out the door and he don't get nothing up off your ass, shit, I'll be shitting me.
If you owe Bob one more fight, whether it's fucking October 2021 or whether it's October 2022, right, he gonna get that fight out of your ass.
You know how much money that is for Bob? Bob still right.
He gonna get that fight out of you. If he don't get it, you gonna have to pay him a hefty dime.
Right, Bob ain't gonna let no motherfucker walk out the door and owe him.
Right, man. But go ahead and continue.
But, yeah, though. I got Bud winning the fight, but it's gonna be a tough one, bro. It's gonna be a tough one because one thing we know about Terence Crawford, and I think everybody can attest to this, bro. Terence Crawford inside game is not that good. He's not an inside game fighter. You feel me? Where you got to lock up and get busy in the inside where Shawn Porter like to be at and Shawn Porter wheelhouse. You know, we're gonna see if Bud got that in him. And Terence Crawford at 147 has been fighting. He hasn't been boxing, so he hasn't been using his legs. And I'm still curious to see, you know, if he still got them goddamn legs like he used at 140 and 135. Because every time we come to a fight, I be like, shit, well, Bud gonna use the legs and do this. Bud has be just fighting them bitches. He be fighting and he be out muscling their ass and he be knocking their ass out. And I give him credit for that. But with this Shawn Porter fight, he's gonna have to use more than that style because one thing, Shawn Porter said way back when, he's not fit to give Bud Crawford a thinking there on what he want to do. He said, you better come into that bitch. You better know if you want to fight me orthodox or if you want to fight me southpaw. You better have your mind made up because I'm not giving you no time to think. I'm on your ass. And that's what Shawn Porter's going to do. He understand what Bud Crawford like to do. Bud Crawford is a slow starter, right? He like to get in there. He like to measure you out. And then he'll switch southpaw on your ass after you start trying to figure you out. Shawn Porter not going to let him do that. And I believe him 120%. He going to be on Bud ass from the beginning to the end, bro. He know to stay right there in the wheelhouse with Porter, but I do think Bud make the adjustments. I do think he start, picking it up and catching Shawn with the jab and start cracking him. Like I say, I don't see him knocking him out like everybody's saying, but I do see Bud, winning that fight on the points. I think Bud is going to have to find his range of distance. He could find it because he stands good fucking shape his damn self. So he's going to have to try to get to the body of Shawn Porter, but I'm eager to see how Bud do in the inside with Shawn Porter, bro, because that shit look like a recipes for disaster to me with Bud. Bud don't fight in the inside that good unless he's gonna try to lock Shawn Porter ass up, grab him, and don't let him work and get back on his legs because he's gonna have to use his legs in this fight, bro. He's gonna have to. And I see Bud winning on points. I do see him landing the harder shots on Shawn Porter. I think he is the harder puncher. Porter is the busier puncher. And Bud, what I like about Bud is Bud ain't the best in sitting back and waiting to counter your ass. But Bud, he like to punch with you, bro. He like to punch with you. And like I say, that's what bothers me with him and Earl Spence. But Bud like to punch with you. And he go punch with Shawn Porter ass. And it's a possibility that Bud might sit Shawn Porter on his ass, might drop him. I believe that. I don't think he stop him. You know what I mean? But I think it's going to be one hell of a fight that I got Bud winning on the points. But I won't be surprised if that shit close and, Shawn Porter pull it out. But I got Terence Crawford on the points, bro.
We got, you know what? Drink more water. I got something for your ass, man. Because you talking about Porter was never shitted to EJ until he took Errol Spence to the brink. He about to get his ass whooped. Okay. Now, let me say this. Let me say this, man, because we got 20 minutes until Blue Blood come on.
Two-time fucking go.
I want you to I want to drop the link to you, right? That's for Drink More Water. Grab that link, please. Drink More Water. Please grab that link. Please grab the link. Grab the link, because I got a couple things I want to ask you. Right? We got, like I said, we got like 20 minutes before Blue Blood come on. So I got time today.
Well, if I got 20 minutes, ain't no time.
No, it's enough time to do. It's enough time to, it's enough time. We got enough time. So Drink More Water. The link is in the chat. Click on the link. Click on the link. Click on the link. It's in the chat. Click on it. It's right there.
Right. If y'all think people want to give a Shawn Porter this crazy, so yeah, we just call him a football player. Dude, the man beat Danny Garcia. The man fought the shit out of fucking Keith Thurman. The man fought the shit out of Kell Brook. The man beat Devin Alexander.
Give him a chance. I'm gonna give him a chance.
I'm talking to the other dude who said facts. We was calling him a football player. Y'all crazy, bro.
Oh, okay. He said he's not starting until 15 after. Okay. Yeah, we got plenty of time. He's not starting until 6:15 of Eastern time. So we got 15 minutes added on that.
Yeah. Y'all crazy if y'all think people want to give a Shawn Porter this just do.
Drink more water.
What up, bro?
What's happening with it? Drink more.
Drink, what's going down, Drink?
What up, Monty? What's up, fella?
What's happening with it? What's happening with it, man? You know.
Hold up. Let me mute the background. Hold up.
Hello? All right.
All right, go ahead.
All right, Drake. Okay. Now, you said that Shawn Porter wasn't shit, right? Now.
I'm saying what EJ said.
No, I'm saying
he was talking all types of disrespect. Listen. I'm repeating what EJ said. He said that shit before the fight.
What do you think?
He a decent fighter. But he ain't fucking with Bud. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, now, and I don't have no problem with your opinion. You think that you said that Bud Crawford is gonna beat the shit out of him. Okay, right? That's what you said.
Yes, yep.
Now, answer my question. Serious question. Yes or no? That's all I want. Is Terence Crawford better than Egis Kavalauskas? Keep it 100.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Terence Crawford better than Benavidez.
He better than everybody he fought up in there.
Is Shawn Porter better than Benavidez?
Yeah, he better than Benavidez.
Okay. The reason I named those two opponents, right? Because those two opponents right there, they gave Terence Crawford problems, a lot of problems. Benavidez gave Terence Crawford a lot of problems early on, right? Into Benavidez, and I don't want to take nothing away from Terence Crawford, but Benavidez, his knee was out. His knee gave out. He couldn't move laterally. He had no lateral movement. But he still lasted all the way up into the 12th round, late in the 12th round. Terence Crawford did what he had to do and got him out of there. Do I think it would have been the same exact fight if Benavidez had been 100%? No, I don't. Benavidez hasn't even fought since then. So we know that he was injured. The man had got shot in the knee, right? Then he fought Egis Kavalauskas later on, and Egis Kavalauskas gave him a lot of problems. Even Kell Brook gave him a lot of problems while the fight lasted. Shit, Kell Brook had his eye busted up. Kell Brook was touching him up, right? None of those fighters, at the time that they fought, Terence Crawford was on the level of Shawn Porter. Now, you saying that he's going to go in there and beat the shit out of Shawn Porter. Now, I'm saying that I don't have a problem with you saying that he's going to beat Shawn Porter, because to me, it's a very close fight. But how you going to say that he's going to beat the shit out of Shawn Porter when them dudes, they gave Terence Crawford problems, and Shawn Porter is levels above all of them dudes. And especially if we get to Shawn Porter that got in the ring with Errol Spence and the Shawn Porter that was in there with Keith Thurman. So I want to know how you see Shawn Porter getting the shit beat out of him by Bud. Who has Bud right? On that level, who does Bud have on his resume, right? On that level, who does Bud have on his resume to where you say that he goes and beats the shit out of another top welterweight? Huh? What you say? You cut out, man. We can't hear you. Yo, reception is bad or something, man. We can't hear you. You chopping up.
Sound like a robot. Yo, Kurt, sound like a robot.
Drink.
All right, let me jump out. Let me jump back in.
I think you might be good now. Yeah, come out and come back in. Yeah, so all I'm saying is when people say this, right?
Drink said,
can you look at Bud Crawford's resume and say, yeah, he beat such and such, so I know he'll beat the shit out of Shawn Porter.
My man, Drink cases of Mercon. Drink, please don't do this to yourself.
Okay, drink more water.
Can you hear?
Yeah.
Can you hear? All right, cool. All right.
Okay, go ahead. So who on Bud Crawford's resume that he's beat, right? On that level of Shawn Porter, where you can come and say that, oh yeah, he beats the shit out of Shawn Porter because I already seen him beat a fighter on that level or close to that level, and he beat the shit out of them. Who?
Gamboa will be the only one at that time.
So
at that time.
You mean you're gonna compare Gamboa that came up?
I'm not comparing neither one. I'm not listen, dog. I'm not comparing neither one of them. You asked me, an elite fighter, basically, is what you asked me. I'm not making any comparison. He was an elite fighter at that time.
You say that
him at all.
You see that? Well,
at that time, he was undefeated.
But he was like 5 inches shorter than Terence Crawford, and he came up in weight, and he was coming off of over a year layoff. Those are facts.
Okay.
So how are you putting Gamboa in the same class?
I'm not putting. Listen, sir. I'm not putting them. You asked me a question. You just asked me what fighter has he fought. That was on that level, the elite level. At that time, he was on the elite level. They're two different fighters. They don't fight the same. None of that shit. I'm not putting them on the same level.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. Because that's the perception that a lot of people give that Gamboa was on an elite level. Who did Gamboa beat to put him on the elite level at that time?
I can't remember his resume at that time, bro. But he was perceived to be an elite fighter. We ain't gonna rewrite history because you want to shit on Bud.
Well, I'm just saying the fact is
right or wrong. Is that a fact or not, bro? At that time,
I'm gonna tell you a fact. Let me tell you the fact. The fact is that the best fighter that Gamboa beat on his resume was Orlando Salido.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right, cool. Let me dead that argument real quick. Is it Bud Crawford considered an elite fighter right now?
Yeah, he is. But you didn't.
Okay, and he ain't fought. Wait, no, hold up. He ain't fought nobody, right? According to everybody, he ain't fought now. Near damn fighter, right? So we're not gonna do that with Gamboa. We're not gonna do that, bro. Come on, man.
No. Check this out. Okay, well, you don't want me to pull up Gamboa's resume at the time before he fought Bud. Do you want me to do that?
Listen, you can do that, but listen to my point. We say that Bud is an elite fighter right now. You pull up his resume, he ain't fought nobody according to everybody. So that is a moot point. That don't matter.
You put up whatever the 8-level opponents.
Who's Bud fought? Nobody, right? And Bud hasn't fought no 8-level opponents. That's the argument y'all make every fucking day, bro.
Hey, the original question that I asked you, Drinkwater, you shied away from the original question that I asked you.
I'm asking.
Gamboa is not it. You just said yourself that you wouldn't compare Gamboa to Shawn Porter right now. So what are you saying?
We're talking about fighters that was considered elite level fighters at the time that he fought them. I'm not comparing them from the fighting style and all that type shit.
So are you comparing Gamboa?
And my counter, listen, my at that time. You asked me a question, bro. I answered this question.
How can you compare?
You ain't gotta like that. I'm not. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not. How many times I gotta say I'm not comparing? Comparing them how, bro?
I'm confused. You either comparing him.
You confusing yourself. I just made it clear.
Shawn Porter, or you not.
You're confusing yourself.
You're contradicting yourself.
I'm not contradicting myself.
Your argument.
Listen. Your argument is this. Bro, your argument is this. This is your argument. Since Gamboa hasn't fought any elite fighters, he wasn't elite. That's what you're saying, right or wrong? Make sure I ain't fucking up your words, right?
You compare Gamboa, or you
answer the question, bro.
I asked you a simple
I ain't
question.
a lick, bro. I ain't a lick.
I said, who has Terence Crawford fought on his resume that you can compare to Shawn Porter, where you can come and say, yeah, he beats the shit out of Shawn Porter?
Compare how? Elite level fighters, the same type of fighter. What do you? I just gave you my explanation. When I say Gamboa, elite level fighter at the time. That's what I mean. I'm not comparing their fighting styles, but your argument was this: since Gamboa hasn't fought an elite level fighter, he's not elite. Right or wrong? I'm listening, bro.
I'm gonna do this. Hold on.
Okay. See,
hold on.
This is how I get him every time.
This is what I'm gonna do.
You want me to answer all your questions? You can't answer mine because you know I got you motherfucking trap.
I'm gonna do this for you.
I'm not worried about Gamboa resume. You could do the same with Bud. He's still considered elite.
Hold on.
Right or wrong? God damn, bro. You're just so concerned with being right instead of answering the question.
Hold on. This is what we gonna do. So you know. I like to talk about facts.
817. At the time, Gamboa was considered that dude, bro. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Regardless of who he fought, Gamboa was considered that dude.
Okay. So I don't know. Money, can you see this? Can y'all see this?
I just told you I don't give a fuck about his resume. Y'all shit on Bud resume every day.
We don't know nothing about. We don't know none of these people, so we could keep. We could keep on moving. We keep on moving. Let me see. None of these dudes we know, right? Orlando Salido. He beats Orlando Salido. Orlando Salido was 35-10 with two draws at the time, right? Then he fought Jorge Solis, right? He was a cool fighter, but
that don't mean shit, man. What you don't understand about what I'm saying?
He was a good fighter. He was a solid fighter, right? Let me see. And then he fought Darlis Perez. He was a solid fighter. And then he fought, he moved up, right? And he fought Terence Crawford.
Hey, y'all, this is called filibustering, man.
Look at his resume.
It's called filibustering.
You cannot compare Gamboa's resume before he fought Terence Crawford or after.
Who said? Now you bring it. Listen, I didn't say shit about resume. I made that clear. I made it clear.
Shawn Porter, you can't compare him. You brought his name up.
I ain't say shit about resume, sir.
You brought his name up. Nobody brought him up but you. So you bringing his name up is you compare him with Shawn Porter. You cannot compare him with Shawn Porter, who has fought Errol Spence. He didn't beat Danny.
I said what I said, man. You can keep on trying to make the argument what you wanted to be. I asked you a simple question. You ain't answer my question.
Because
you ain't answer my question.
No sense.
I'm making plenty of sense. I'm going to ask you one more time. Hold up. Stop right there. I'm going to ask you a simple question again. You say Bud ain't fought nobody. We consider him elite, right? You pull up his resume, damn, bum. That's what you're doing. You're doing the exact same thing with Gamboa.
The subject. What I asked.
I ain't changed the subject. I ain't changed the subject, bro.
Who on his resume, right, that he's beat that you can compare to Shawn Porter?
I'm going to say it. I'm going to compare how? No. You ain't going to do this. Compare how? Compare how?
Knocked out Shawn Porter.
I done made it clear. I done made it clear in how I was comparing it, bro. I done made it clear. You want to make it another way. I done said at the time he was considered an elite fighter. He was considered an elite fighter at the time. Gamboa was. You can't take that away because it don't fit your narrative, bro.
A man that was coming up a weight class and that had set out over a year and moved up to fight Bud, and it was 5 inches shorter than Bud.
I don't have anything to do with how they went about setting up that fight, bro. I don't.
Bro,
okay? I don't have anything to do with it.
After he went on to do nothing in his career.
That's totally fine. That's totally fine, bro. That's totally fine. That's not the argument. That's not the argument. That's not the argument. You changing the argument. Anybody who's paying attention, that's him changing the argument. Anybody listening, know I ain't saying shit about Gamboa. At the time, that's what he did, Bud.
You,
At the time when they fought, he's
you were the
considered an
one
elite
in
fighter.
chat that was saying that Bud
Are you listening to what I'm saying?
Out of
Hey, bro, are you listening? Are you listening to what I'm saying? At the time that they fought, I don't give a fuck about what he did after Bud. When he fought Bud, he was considered an elite fighter. That's just a fact. You can't change that.
To who?
The boxing world. What are you talking about? By who? I gotta say you specifically. You specifically.
Moving up in weight was considered a top elite fighter because he had beat Orlando Salido.
Man, I ain't named no names. Hey, look, just to recap, I ain't named no names. I'm driving right now, 817. You can still get on. I had to park. I'm about to run into this spot, chopping it up for a second. You can still jump on. But at the time that they fought, I don't care who. I ain't saying nothing about resume. I'm talking about the perception of Gamboa. At that time, he was considered an elite fighter.
A good fighter and an elite fighter is two different things. When we talk about elite fighters, we talk about Terence Crawford. We talk about Errol Spence. We talk about Shawn Porter. We talk
Shawn Porter, just a good fighter. If you're doing that, Shawn Porter just a good fighter, a very good fighter. He ain't elite. Elite how? He get his ass whooped in most of his step-up fights. What you talking about?
Who?
Shawn Porter. He ain't elite. I'm not putting him in elite.
Well, how can you put motherfucking Gamboa elite if Shawn Porter ain't elite?
Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not putting him as an elite. I'm talking about the at that time when they fought. It ain't about what. At that time, he was considered an elite fighter. That was a big fight at that time, bro.
So you going back to something in 2014 to try.
You asked me a question. Oh, you asked me a question.
So him.
You asked me a question.
Hold on. Okay. Bet.
All I did was answer your question.
Cool. Okay, cool. Right? Cool. If you think you're right, I'm gonna let you have that. Okay, right?
That's what it was. That's a fact, bro. In my perception, that's just the boxing world. The chatter around the boxing world because he was an elite fighter. But go ahead.
Now, fast forward, right? Fast forward. That was in 2014. In 2021, right? Mm-hmm. We're in 2021 right now. You had to go back to 2014 and tell me, well, I'm saying that he'll beat the shit out of Shawn Porter because he beat the shit out of Gamboa back in the day.
That's not what I'm saying. You asked the question. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
because that's what I asked you.
Chill.
I don't understand what you're saying then.
You asked a specific question. If you want to ask me why I think he's going to sir.
Look, I said name. Go ahead. Hold on. Let me break it down to you one more time.
I heard. You don't have to break it down. I can tell you what you asked.
One more time. I'm gonna break it down. You don't have to. And then I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna break it down.
What you make you think y'all niggas is going over somebody's head for, bro? You asked me a specific question. What fighter can you name on the level of Shawn Porter? Go ahead. I'm gonna stop.
This is what I asked. I said,
don't say y'all niggas just join Keon.
Look,
say you.
I asked you this, right? I said you're in the chat and you so adamant that Bud Crawford beats the shit. You weren't saying it'll be a good fight. You saying that Bud Crawford dominates and beats the shit out of Shawn Porter, right? I said, okay, who does Terence Crawford have on his resume where you can look and you can say Terence Crawford beat the shit out of that guy, so that lets me know that he gonna beat the shit out of Shawn Porter too, because Terence Crawford beat the shit out of him and he was a fucking top level elite fighter, right? And your answer was, well, Gamboa, when he beat Gamboa in 2014, that let me know, that gave me confidence to say what I said in the chat.
That's not what I said. Stop putting extras on it. I ain't say no confidence or none of that. I just answered your question, bro.
That's what you're saying, though, because that's what I.
You can't tell me what the fuck I'm saying. Ask me what I'm saying. You can't tell me what I'm saying.
What fighter? What fighter on Bud Crawford's resume gives you confidence to say what you saying? And you said, well, Shawn, you said Gamboa. You said, well, when he beat Gamboa because Gamboa was elite.
Understand this. I'm not saying what I'm saying. It don't have anything to do with Gamboa. You just asked me a question. Name a fighter that Bud beat on his resume that's similar to Shawn Porter. On the elite level, that's it. Not fighting style, none of that shit. It's Gamboa because he was a top level fighter at that time. That's it. The reason why I'm saying he's going to beat the shit out of Shawn Porter because I just think he's a better fighter. That's it. Of course, it's going to be a good fight. I was saying that Mel was going to beat the shit out of Castano. That was a good fight, though. That's just my opinion. I ain't got to sit up here and explain why I'm saying somebody gonna beat the shit out of somebody. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. It is what it is. I'm willing to put my money on it. You want Shawn?
Right. Okay. Bet. So now
You want Shawn?
I didn't even tell you who I thought was gonna win the fight.
So what you doing all this for?
That part. I just saw that you was in the chat and you was adamant about that Shawn Porter was gonna get the dog shit beat out of him. And
I've been saying this shit from last year when I knew they wasn't gonna fight. This ain't nothing new. I'm
just trying to find out why you think that Shawn Porter is gonna get the dog shit beat out of him. When I think that's a good point. It's gonna be a good close fight.
It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking shit. Come on, we in here every day. I'm talking shit.
Yeah,
so you pull me up on here for that?
Hey, this
ain't nothing. So you should understand that. Hey, you should understand that. But his blood is going.
Nothing personal. I pulled you up on the panel. I ain't this ain't no fucking beat.
No,
every day. Huh?
Understand what I'm saying? I'm not taking it like that. What I'm saying is you took that one statement. Took me talking shit saying he gonna beat the shit out of a Bud. Me saying that Shawn that he's saying he's a bum or some shit like that. I'm not saying that, bro. I'm just talking shit. It's gonna be a good fight. We know that. But I'm willing to put my money up on it.
Drink more. So this is what we gonna do, right? If they do make this fight, because I think this is a sticky situation. I like Bud. You know what I'm saying? I like Bud. I've been praying that he fights somebody big like this. I think that Shawn Porter is a hell of a fighter. As far as my opinion on the fight, I would give the edge to Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford, I give the edge to him, but I wouldn't bet on either fighter. But what I will do, right? If you think that Terence Crawford is going to go in there and knock out Shawn Porter, we can definitely make a bet on that.
I'm not putting on. Come on, come on, bro. Stop it. Bro.
I don't think that he's going. I almost know he can't knock out Shawn Porter. But see,
ain't no new fool. Of course, you'll bet on the knockout. What I get out of that? I ain't making no bet like that.
Well,
bro.
I mean, I would give you odds though. I would give you like 3-1 odds. I'm
not betting on no shit like that. But knocking out Shawn Porter. Shawn don't get knocked out.
This is my take, right? I think it's like a 50-50, close to a 50-50 fight, right? 55-45, something like that, right? I think that this will be by far the toughest opponent that Bud Crawford has ever faced. And I don't think that the opponents that Bud Crawford have been fighting for a long, long time is going to prepare him to get in the ring with an opponent like Shawn Porter. I think that Shawn Porter is going to be on his ass all night. And like Money said, if Shawn Porter can make it an inside, tough and rough fight, that's not going to do no justice for Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford's strong. Don't get me wrong. The motherfucker's strong. A lot of people look at him and think because he got a wiry looking body that he's not strong. He's very strong. But he don't fight inside that well. And Terence Crawford and Shawn Porter can give him a lot of problems. Shawn Porter got great footwork. It might look like some football movement, but he got great footwork, and he knows how to get inside on you. He know anybody that Shawn Porter has ever fought, he makes it a difficult fight, right? He makes it a difficult fight. And Terence Crawford is going to have to go back to the old Terence Crawford. He's going to have to move and use his legs like Money said, but we haven't seen Terence Crawford move and use his legs since early on in his career at 140, since when he first moved to 140. In the middle part of 140, he stopped moving. We haven't seen him move and use his legs like that since he was in the 140-pound weight division. And the fight that I could remember, the last fight I could remember where he really used his legs was the Victor Postol. Terence Crawford don't really fight like that no more. He kind of sit down and bang with you. Now, I don't think that Shawn Porter poses a threat to Terence Crawford's chin because he don't got power like that, but he gonna make it rough. Now, I know that Terence Crawford got a lot of dog in him, a lot of dog. Terence Crawford not gonna fold, and that's why I picked Terence Crawford to beat Shawn Porter slightly, barely. It's gonna be a close fight, but I pick him because he not gonna fold to Shawn Porter putting that pressure on him. He gonna want to dog it out with Shawn, but that's what's gonna make it a close fight. I think that, and that's making it a close fight like that, Shawn Porter can win that fight. Now, if Terence Crawford still got his legs, and he just choosing not to use them, he can go in there and he can beat Shawn Porter, and he can make it a more widespread fight in his favor if he uses his legs, if he chooses to use his footwork and use his angles and all of that, right? And just, move around and just box Shawn Porter. He can maybe he can still do that. I don't know. I ain't seen him do that in years. Do he still got them type of legs? Will he choose to fight that way, or does he still want to show people that, hey, these dudes ain't gonna big dog me? I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna bang with him. I'm gonna beat him with his own style, like Errol Spence tried to do. We don't know, but to me, like I said, I got it 55-45 fight. I'm gonna edge Terence Crawford because he got more elite boxing skills than Shawn Porter, but it's a close fight. I wouldn't bet on it either way. That's my take on it.
It's a fair breakdown. But I think when you say as far as using his legs and when you haven't seen it lately, I think it's his level of competition, man. He chose to sit in the pocket and fight them dudes like that because they can't fuck with him. He knew that. So I think with Shawn, he gonna bring out everything in the bag. He ain't got no choice but to, because Shawn gonna try to maul your ass. You know how he go. He still got his legs. You know what I'm saying? He been off for a little minute. We still got his legs at this point. He fought the bum ass dude, of course, during the lockdown. But is he gonna be able to press Bud out for 12 rounds? You know he's gonna come. You know what I'm saying, in supreme condition and all that shit. But once Bud touch him, because Bud can knock some shit out. Once Bud touch him, is he gonna continue that for 12 rounds? So it was an interesting fight, man. But like you said, Bud is the superior boxer. That's why I got him beating Shawn. Shawn done fell short in all his step-up fight. He lost to was it Keith or was it Danny? Which one did he lose to?
Who? He lost to Keith Thurman.
Okay, he lost to Keith.
He beat Danny.
Yeah, okay. Yep, he beat Danny, flat-footed fighter. Keith, like I said, he was on his bike. Yeah, it was a good fight. But what I'm saying is, man, he ain't like he fought all these names, but he ain't beat everybody.
But I'm gonna say everybody. Though, let me say, look, he lost to Thurman, close fight. He still was in there.
Real quick, guys, y'all keep cooking. I'm gonna put myself on mute real quick. I gotta run inside.
He lost to Kell Brook, close fight. Errol Spence, I had an 8-4, but some people say that it's a close fight. So when I look at Shawn Porter, yes, he's losing, but to me, it's how you lose at the same time, bro. You know what I mean? He's in those fights, and 2 of them fights could have went either way. You know what I mean? Well, all 3 of them fights could have went either way, if you really be honest with it. Because I thought Kell Brook did better than what I thought he did. When I went back and watched it, that shit was close to me. I say shit. And that was just me getting pissed off at having a little bias towards Shawn because to be Devin Alexander. But nonetheless, the fights were still close, bro. Shawn Porter's skill set is his skill set. So I don't look at Shawn when people try to take credit away from him. I do agree with Keon. I do think Shawn Porter is an elite fighter. Elite fighter go always be on that level. Elite fighter ain't gonna come into the ring on no bullshit. People can say, yeah, he good. No, Shawn Porter is elite, bro, because he make it tough and rough for all the other elite fighters. You understand what I'm saying? Just because he losing, you still gotta give him his just due or how he lose, bro. And that's why he got 3 losses. Kell Brook, Keith Thurman, Earl the True Spence Jr. And he's still one of the top 147 pounds welterweights. And you got welterweights that's in a division, they got O's on their record, and they not ranked above Shawn Porter. So that's why he get his just due, and that's why he get his credit as an elite fighter. Now I do give Bud the edge in this fight, but it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. And Shawn is gonna show us, do Bud still got them legs, or do Bud just, that 7 pounds, is a motherfucker on him at 147, and he's just forced to sit down and fight with that motherfucking ass, because it's gonna be a damn good fight. But like I said, I still think Bud got the pop to drop Shawn ass if Shawn get reckless, you know what I mean? But it's gonna be a hell of a fight.
But and this is another reason, right? And I'm sitting here and I'm saying I give a slight edge to Terence Crawford, but at the end of the day, right? We all know that Terence Crawford has never fought another elite fighter in their prime like that. I mean, we could go to 2014 Gamboa, but to me, if you look at the size advantage that he had over Gamboa and everything else that was surrounding it, and now that we've seen Bud and know what we know about Bud now, that was a mismatch.
But Gamboa was having success though, so I can't.
Yeah, and Gamboa was having some success in that fight, right, early on. But anyway, right, we still haven't seen him in there with another elite fighter. So yeah, we looking at everything. We looking at everything off an eye test, right? But I know, and if you know boxing, you know when you get in there, when you're in there with C level competition and B minus level competition, and lower level competition, you're able to do more things in the ring, right? You're able to get off certain shit. You're able to work on certain shit. You're able to do things that you can do it that you've been doing in the gym, right? But when you get in there with an elite fighter like an Errol Spence, a Shawn Porter, a Keith Thurman, a lot of those things that you're able to do against those other fighters, you're not able to do it. And that's with every fighter. Errol Spence wasn't able to do the same shit that he was doing on Leonard Bundu and Chris Algieri that he was doing. You know, he wasn't able to do those things to fighters like Kell Brook and Shawn Porter, right? So all of the shit that we see Bud Crawford do and do it successfully, we want to see if he can do that against another elite fighter. Because an elite fighter, they know how to take away things that you do well. They know how to take away those certain things. If you do something well, then they'll take that away from you. Just like on the basketball court, you got an elite defensive player going up against an elite offensive player. Well, they'll do certain things, right? If you like to drive to the right, well, they'll tell you and make sure that you go to your left.
But that's what I said, Key, when I told you what Sean said, he like, Bud better have his mind made up because you're not going to be able to sit there with me and do this and do that and then switch to southpaw. You better know if you're going to fight orthodox or southpaw. And that's why I say he gonna bring it straight to Bud and he gonna have to make his mind up. But Bud is a fight that can make them adjustments though.
Right. I'm not gonna give you a chance to think. And then, like I said, Terence Crawford has very good feet. So a lot of people think that he just gonna move all around. Terence Crawford got good feet, but Shawn Porter has very good feet. A lot of people think that he's gonna be able to move around, right, and use all of that shit on Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter can negate a lot of that with his footwork and his movement, right? So this is a great matchup. I don't see nobody beating the shit out of nobody in this matchup. I see this being a tooth and nail type fight. Every fight that Shawn Porter has ever been in, win, lose, or draw, he's made it ugly, and they've all been close fights, except for Kell Brook. Kell Brook had an excellent game plan, and Kell Brook beat Shawn Porter more clear than I ever seen anybody beat Shawn Porter. But that was Kell Brook in his prime.
Kell Brook was popping the hole, and when I went back and watched that fight, Shawn Porter was close in that bitch. Because I thought that too. I'm like, man, Kell Brook beat him better. I went back and watched it. I'm like,
I got to go back and watch it from both. From what I seen, I thought that Kell Brook beat him pretty comfortably.
He kept that jab in his face.
Yeah, he kept that jab
in his face. And Bud can do that all fight.
He kept grabbing his ass, locking him up too. Kell Brook was solid. He kept grabbing and locking him up too. And that's why it was stopping Shawn Porter from working. That's what I said about I said that about Bud too, Drink. I say he got to keep that jab in his damn face and stop his ass from working and lock his ass up and get back on the jab. But that's why I want to see if Bud used them legs or not.
King Charles said that he want to bet me $50. Well, if they make the fight, right, we're gonna be talking about the fight a lot. Make sure that you come in here and if that fight is made, closer to the fight, we can make that bet. We can make that bet.
King Charles gotta come on the panel and show his face.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know who you are. That's why I'm saying that you gotta come around and stuff. Once they make that fight, you gotta come on the panel. And we could bet, whatever, $50, it is what it is. I ain't tripping on that. We could bet that for sure. I ain't tripping on no 50. I usually don't bet people that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But $50, it ain't gonna make nobody or break nobody. So I ain't worried about that, man. It is what it is.
I'm just hoping that they make the fight, man. How many times we get up here and we talking all about all these fights and then shit fall through.
That's what I'm talking for too. They just make the motherfucker happen, shit.
Right, man. But man, I like you said, Drink. I hope they make the fight, man. Let's hope it get it popping. I hope the situation don't get too sticky for Terence Crawford because, man, he don't deserve to have to go through that. Like if he gotta, you know what I'm saying, be put in that situation that I was talking about earlier, he don't deserve to have to be put in the, he don't deserve to have to go through all that. But let's see how it play out. Make sure that y'all hit my like button. If you're not subbed to the channel, make sure that you sub to my channel. Hit the like button, sub to the channel, sub to Money Brown TV because he gonna be cooking later on. Drink Mo, do you got a channel?
Nah, I ain't got no content on my channel, bro.
Okay, yeah. Sub to
Just
Money
talking shit
Brown
in the chat every day.
Yeah, sub to Money Brown TV, sub to my channel, and hit the like button. We do this for y'all every day. So, man, we gonna, Blue Blood about to start right now. So let me get y'all last words and let's get up out of here.
All right, I appreciate you putting me on, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure,
I'm
man.
gonna ride with Bud.
It's all love, man. Hey, you gonna rock with Bud? I'm picking Bud, but gonna be a great fight, man. Money. Let me get your last words and who you picking in the fight.
Oh man, I got Bud winning, hands down like 6:30. But I appreciate everybody for coming out, man, showing love to the channel. I see better number. About time we got a 50-50 fight from Bud. You know what I mean? We appreciate everybody, man. Like he said, y'all go subscribe to Money Brown TV. I will be cooking at 8 p.m. tonight. Might be cooking on this topic a little bit more. Who knows I'm gonna cook on, but y'all come and show love, man. We appreciate y'all. Y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.
Yes, sir. And before you leave out, I want to let everybody know that we appreciate everybody for coming through. Landed the 216 with that cash app. He says, "What you got on drink and make it light on yourself." He says, "What you got on drink and make it light on yourself." Salute to you, Landed the 216. Salute to you. I think he asked you what you got on the fight. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Like I said, they got to make the fight first. But yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love. Once again, great show once again. And make sure that y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. That's all y'all got to do. And we will be back tomorrow cooking again. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.